Here we're looking at the toughest, roughest, and monstrous monster mile from north the northern state of the United States, more specifically Dover, Delaware. This is the Dover Motor Speedway, where it'll play host to continue the BPNR Championship season number 8. This is the Dover Dons 100. Whilst qualifying is ongoing, we shall take a look at the point standings. Dunlap Pratt, after gaining his second win of the season last Tuesday at Kentucky, he extends his points lead over Josh McClements and sits Landon Lau in third place. Stevie Gibson, fourth place. He is suspended for this race, so he will tumble down the order. Those amongst the cut line, we got William Viola plus 30, and we got Daniel Rodriguez plus 21, and William Gregory plus 6. The two wild cards, Kirsten Bell, while she is 19th in points, she does have the first of the two wild card spots because of her race win. And then Jolene Sims on points, currently occupying the second wild card spot. She is 11th. Qualifying has ended, and might as well take a look at the grid. Nicholas Bidimlik wins pole position, then it is Tala Aziz joining him on the front row. Then it's Harry Crawford and William Gregory in row number 2. Jolene Sims and Ryan Scarrett in row 3. Joshua Clements and Riley Travick in row number 4. Dunlap Pratt and Roman Gonzalez, row 5. With Cole Rodriguez and Dylan Negron in row number 6. Skylar Den, 13th, Daniel Rodriguez 14th, making up row 7. Row 8 has Landon Lau and Aiden McCrow. Row 9, Alexander Hunt and Zach Armstrong. Row 10 has Thomas Troxel and Rosa de la Cruz. Row 11 has Carl Childress and Brandon Carter. Row 12 has Jenkins and Thomas Johnson. 25th is Joe Schmuda, last driver to set lap time, who will be accompanied by William Viola. This speaks up the 26th car grid tonight, as Jonathan Salos has now put himself in position to be the permanent off-track admin for BPNR. Got Dover, and a lot of changes have happened between these two races, this season and last season. Last season's race was pretty much a snooze fest. It was single file train amongst the outside lane because that's too powerful. That allowed Jolene Sims to win pole and easily cruise to her race win. Now, there's more tire wear, and the outside doesn't seem to be as dominant as it once was, so that will play a better host of strategies at the concrete mile. Who do we have to look at? Got Thomas Troxel, returning to the Aldi Toyota Camry, just got off his probation, so he got a little bit more wiggle room to work with. William Gregory and the Mike and Ike Chevrolet Camaro. Let me actually check something. Brandon Carter still leads the Brigadier standings, 38 over Skylar Den. Colin Teague is here, though I'm unsure if he's racing or not. Joshua Clements, second in points. Yeah. Brigadier leader, Brandon Carter. So like I mentioned, a lot of changes between the two Dover races, so this will open up strategy. Still going to be likely a one-stop strategy, but there's more preference on tire saving rather than go foot to the floor, if you will. There's definitely going to be at least a caution or two, so don't be surprised if everyone comes back down the pit lane, take 4 fresh tires. Tires are Tires are the name of the game here at Dover. And here's someone you haven't seen in a while, Ryan Scarrett. I haven't seen him since Daytona, at least a month or two ago now. Still warpy as usual, as I've seen him in practice, but trying to shake off the rust. He, I believe, qualified. He qualified 6th, so that's one part of it, being fast. And the second part is putting together a good race. And track position, very important at these small tracks, so yeah, Scarrett has put the 6th place qualifying spot in a good spot to save early and just hopefully get a top 10 finish out of this. Closing in on 4 minutes remaining in this happy hour session. The race should be soon. Donna Pratt, points leader, gets not as many people as I would expect. Like, there's been a trend of somewhere in the 30s for Division 1, but this is the lowest car count I've seen, 26 slated to take the green flag. Just every league experiences this. You get the early showers, and then you get it's starting to whittle down on attendance, which hopefully means more green flag racing. Kentucky wasn't the best experience, but yeah, Dover, pretty mid in terms of cautions versus green flag racing last season. So, but I do note that the setup is a little slidey on exit, so there's going to be quite a bit of people sliding around on exit, and that's going to wear off the rears. And if you wear off your rears, well, you're not going to have a fun time putting the throttle down and slowly in the later stages of the run. And we're slated to go racing in about 20 seconds according to our on-track race Adam and Landon Lyle, so might as well switch over.
Drivers, to your cars.
Alrighty, got time to grid, and yeah. So as the field grids up, I'm actually needing to put my camera in position.
Drivers, start your engines.
There goes the command. It's going to be 100 laps for today's race. Going to be 2x spare cup physics per usual, and overtime as possible. Hence why the game, the ticker registers it as 110 laps. Those laps are in case of overtime. So as they go through turn number 4, these V8 monsters shall roar and scream as they await the green flag. And we are on the way at the Monster Mile. But Dimlick did not get a good jump. He was our pole sitter. And Tyler Z gets the lead in the early going. The 66 swallowed up 3 wide. But he's going to now be 2 wide, stuck side by side with Ryan Scarrett. It will be Tyler Aziz, your Indianapolis race runner, leading the opening lap. But Dimlick on that inside lane, falling like a rock. He's down to 5th, and he's going to lose that position, likely over to Jolene Sims. See a bit of a mess towards the back. Lane allow bracing the wall, trying to give McCrow space. And already a couple of stragglers are being Thomas Johnson and Carl Childress. Still a couple of battles outside the top 10, but there's going to be an exchange, or not, as William Gregory in 2nd place. Great qualifying spot. He's already fending off the regular suspects well in terms of race winning contention. But it's going to be Ryan Scarry who overtakes William Gregory for P2. And now Tyler Aziz has backed up to this group, and he's going to barely miss the wall. He is going to lose the lead to the number 71 car. On the bottom is, well, Harry Crawford trying to go for 3rd on Gregory, but he might as well take 2nd place on Tyler Aziz while he's at it. Oh, it's a caution flag. That is Aiden McCrow spun at turn number 1. And Zach Armstrong up against the wall. He's towing it back to the pit lane. It is field frozen for tonight's race, so instead of the usual race back, which, I mean, it's good, but I've also would have preferred to see this at 5 flags to remain some amount of consistency. Starts with a crow bouncing off the wall, and I just collect everyone behind him. Got Rosa de la Cruz, that's Joe Schmuda and Alexis. On board with Dragons here, number 78 car. 70 barely kisses Zach Armstrong. No homo, hopefully. As everyone is in the pit lane. Most of them for damage, most of them for tires, sorry, and very few for damage repair as well. So Ryan Scarrett wins off the pit lane. So under our first caution flag of the race. It would appear, well, 66 gets a black flag, but look at Harry Crawford. He's reporting that his pit box might be broken. He has stall number 3. I don't see the issue. It just parked at a bad angle. And he also broke reverse gear while trying to reverse, trying to correct his position, so that's, if he has to reverse again, that's not going to be any feasible. This is live footage now. Like, this is the second lap he's come in, and now you can see a legit problem here. And now he's got it. Gotta be further left. So number 76 gonna have to rally his way back up after starting in the top 10. There's going to be Landon Lau staying out to take the race lead. Brian Scarrett second. Fresh tires, William Gregory third. Coming up to the choose cone. Landon Lau chooses inside, Scarrett outside. Gregory third, lines up outside. Got Bit Dimlick also, you see there, back down the pit lane. He had speeding penalty. But Dimlick should be able to come rejoin the queue by the time they go to the green flag. keyword should. It's going to be the number 99 on Old Rubber, I presume, who will lead us to the green flag. Choose the inside, which the initial start had told us anything, but Dimlick didn't get a good jump from pole, so likely going to repeat itself with Landon Lau leading from the inside lane. As they approach the restart zone, and we are underway. Lots of wheel spin. With the incline this steep, is going to produce a lot of wheel spin, lots of trouble on the restarts. And many stragglers being Joe Schmuler, Zach Armstrong, Harry Crawford, with terrible restarts. They're already losing. They already lost touch with the majority of the field. But it is Landon Lau who pulls away. Aziz blinks out for a second. That allows Brian Scarrett to make a move for second place. And he does. Horrible neck code for the 14 car. He gets shot back up towards the wall. And now he loses third place. But nearly chops off Joshua Clements on the inside lane, number 92. And man, just not that restart. Aziz with both flags. He got a great jump on the initial start, but now he's just falling back down to fourth place. And it is Ryan Scarrett to the lead, much like the first run. Takes the lead early. Once the tires warm up, he's able to pounce. Landon Lau still holding strong in P number 2, but here comes Dylan DeGron. Ryan Scarrett sideways out turn number 4. That's going to reel him back towards the remaining of the top 3. They're nearly 3 wide. Dylan DeGron on the inside lane in the number 77 Peugeot. Scarrett bounces the wall off of 2. I mean, they're just on top of each other, only about to complete 14 laps here at Dover. Got Silent Z's recouped after a terrible opening lap to this restart. Back up to third place. Here passes Landon Lau on the inside. Lau stuck on the outside as William Gregory trying to take over fourth position on the inside. On board with D-Dog, he is currently P number 6, having to witness this battle. Rear end lots, really slidey. Caution is out. This is the second one of the day. Thomas Johnson, heavy damage to the number 94 car. Got Brandon Carter with front end damage. Hood is popped up. Shall see what happened to trigger this caution flag. It was involving these three. Up a turn four, McCrow bounces off the wall. Both Carter and Johnson split the 40 car, and unfortunately 994 bounces the wall on entry and just kills all three of them, or collects all three of them. Number 40 with the least amount of damage, able to keep the car straight. And then a good look for the rookie driver, number 101. Everyone down the pit lane. Hopefully Crawford figures out what to do this time and make up a few positions down the pit lane. And Aziz with that parking job, that looked intentional because but did like now, and yep, 14 got a good angle to peel out the pit lane P3 just behind Scared and Negron. What happened with Jolene? That's the white Ford Mustang you see there. You find her. She must have the same issue Crawford had. It's like she's too far right, so they're not going to service her until she gets the preferred parking position that the game will allow to take service. Many people have already two drivers under these two caution flags having this issue. And Dover is such a tight pit lane, you're trying to um, make space for yourself to exit, but ultimately, yeah, these pit boxes are just too tight and too close to each other. So that mistake is going to be commonplace, I suppose, over the course of this race. Still due for at least one pit stop, like preferably under green flag conditions, but already on our second caution, and we're about to complete 19 laps this time. Set to go green on lap 21. Brian Scarrett leads the race with Dylan Negron P2, Tyler Aziz in third, Lana Lau P4, Joshua Clements in fifth, Dunlap Pratt in sixth, Thomas Troxel P7, William Gregory P8. Daniel Rodriguez P9 and Cole Rodriguez complete the top 10 as they come to the choose cone. It's going to be the top two that stay outside, third and fourth of Aziz and Lau off the inside. So Aziz knows what it's like to challenge for the lead on the restarts on the outside, that being the initial start. Now he's got the inside, so going to be interesting to see how he'll handle this one, if he's able to muster up the lead. But from what I've been seeing so far, Ryan Scarrett pretty slow off the start, but once the tires heat up, he'll be able to challenge for the lead. That's a complete lap 20 of the scheduled 100 laps here at Dover Motor Speedway. It's going to be Ryan Scarrett at the control. Well, that really is for the green flag, but controlled by the game. But we are back on the way. Really slidey. This 71 car. And Scarrett smacks the wall. That will allow Tyler Aziz to clear for the lead, much as I suspected. Land allowed with the pit call. Pitted under this caution flag. Stayed out the first time. He is moving up to second place. It's going to be Nick Graham trying to follow in third. And you can Lane allow for the race lead, but unable to challenge the outside speed the number 14 has. Got Clemens on the bottom as Daniel Rodriguez smacks the wall off of turn 4. And still side by side with Garrett for that 4th place, but unable to complete the pass. And here it goes again. Again, try again here. Got a better run through 3 and 4 than Garrett did. And I think that was the number 71 on the outside wall. It is. So he's going to lose quite a bit of speed. And that'll drop him outside the top 10 after being 4th, entering turn 1. And caution, number 3. See smoke. That's Skylar Den. Thomas Johnson collected again. Zach Armstrong also with bad luck. And Carl Judges. And you see with a tire down. Seems like Ada McCrow has been 3 for 3 for getting some type of incident here. Oh, it's not fault at all. Looks like Childress bounced out the wall and 97 just ran him over. Exits. Maybe an onboard will do a better justice here. And number 8 would just slow up the exit. I suspect that he got loose. And what happened with the 13 here? Oh, they were spinning. Brandon Carter hits him, has nowhere to go. Armstrong nowhere to go, clips 94. And that was the multi-car accident that prompted our 3rd caution. Quite a bit of action here down the pit lane, see what exactly occurred. It's going to be Lane Allow, wins out the pit lane, as he's with a tight exit, still holds on to P2. Thomas Troxel on the apron and is going to come back down the pit lane. And he has a black flag. And number 50, Joe Schmuda, also returning to the pit lane. So top 2 have stayed out. That is Jolene Sims trying to defend her Dover crown. And Brandon Carter, despite getting involved in the last crash and having driver's side damage, he is going to stay out also to take over the 2nd place position. And Land Allow, 3rd place, 1st car on new tires. And number 50, Joe Schmuda just got worse. It's a no 3rd gear for the number 50 Lexus machine. He'll be slow on the restarts. Excuse me. Just a little tired. Woke up a bit earlier than I should have. Here's the choose cone. Jolene Sims stays up top. Brandon Carter chooses inside. 6th place. Joshua Clemens will be 2nd inside the lane. Pit Dimblick again back down the pit lane. Well, Dover played kind to number 06 last time round, but I don't know exactly if it'll be kind to her this time round. Granted, she hasn't I haven't seen her in the top 10 until now, so she's definitely been stuck in a mid-pack. But now that she has clean air, we'll see what this 06 Ford Mustang is capable of. Concluding our third caution period, it'll be Jolene Sims on the outside of Brandon Carter on the front row. Then it is Clements and Landon Lau in row number 2 as we are back underway. Wheel spin for the number 92. 3 wide into turn 1. Pretty sloppy restart for Clements. Multiple people bounce off the wall that nearly caused a wreck. Ronnie Trewick with Roman Gonzalez. Zero-2 clips the apron really slow compared to the cars on the outside. Trying to focus back up towards the front, it'll be Lena Lau. Able to bounce on Aziz for second. And the ground, I'm starting to check out in 4th place. The Pratt has just gotten clear for 5th. Tight quarters, number 65 braces the wall a little bit. Side by side, this is for 9th place, sorry. Randy Trewick, number 97 Chevrolet Camaro is going to lose out on that spot to William Gregory. Trying to rally his way back up. Ryan Scarra is not having fun ever since he lost touch with the top 5. He is just smacking the wall in the middle of 1 and 2, and it's just been falling backwards. And now he's gonna have to battle a fellow UMA car. That's Rosa de la Cruz in number 60. And was actually the updated Toyota Camry, similar to what you find in the next gen. Second place in a heat, got Lena Lau smacking the wall that will allow Dylan Negron to take over that position. One-third of the way through, this is BPNR Season 8 at Dover Motor Speedway. It is Jolene Sims who gets loose off of 4, trying to fend off the lead. Dylan Negron in 2nd, Lena Lau in 3rd, Tyler Aziz in 4th place, and it is Donna Pratt in 5th. Cole Rodriguez in 6th, Joshua Clements P7, Daniel Rodriguez in 8th, William Gregory in 9th, Harry Crawford in the top 10. As you witness Clements trying to overtake Cole Rodriguez. 25 cars started the race actually, and all of them are still racing. So about that thing where hopefully the outside got neutered here at Dover, well, doesn't seem to be the case. And for Clemens, he's got to either make this pass work or tuck in quickly, because if you're stuck on the inside and there's a train along your outside, you gotta have to play part of the train, unfortunately, get slide in, and finally Clemens gets a spot, but you'll have to have a net gain of nothing. Still stuck behind Cole Rodriguez. There was a little battle for 3rd with Lana Lau and Tyler Aziz. That got settled. Against Clements again. Green clips the apron this time. Turn number 3. And slap back in as D-Dog now makes his charge on the inside. Trying to see if he can do any better on the inside compared to what we've been seeing with Joshua Clements. And no good. One down the pit lane I saw, there's Rosa de la Cruz. Not in the window just yet to pit. We went green in lap 29:30, so one-stop strategy still in the books. Better off pitting 35 laps into this stint, split halfway, so if this goes green, which we lost Johnson Salos, I thought that was a caution, but anyway, that would mean if this goes green, you expect pit stops around lap 65, 70. But I suspect the earlier he pits, the better, because track position, and based on this train, that's trying to pit later and will not do you very well. At 3 wide, nearly for the race lead. Jolene's gonna bounce off the ball. They're going to run into Aziz. Somehow only single car, but Aziz is still loose. He is going to save it. But that will cost Dylan Negron a great finish. Run battle amongst the lead. Somehow, someway, Jolene Sims is able to keep the lead. But now it promotes Donna Pratt in second with Landon Lyle in third. Challenge for fourth, that is Joshua Clements. Nicole Rodriguez going for what is basically round number 3 now. Been trying to overtake him. And now it is 0-3. Gonna get loose, trying a fourth time. He's better just not trying to pass him at all, honestly. But now it is Daniel Rodriguez on the outside. It is Rodriguez fever for the number 92. I just missed a pass for the lead. That is Don LaPrade with a swift pass on Jolene Sims to take the race lead. And now Sims is gonna have to stay on the inside, get fouled in. Or perhaps she's trying to make the inside lane work, which so far it isn't looking good for her. Yep, and got trucks side by side with her now, and it'll be Alexander Hunt and Harry Crawford looking to pounce. Nearly a wreck as that was Ryan Gregory, likely pouncing off the outside wall of turn 4, nearly coming down on Truxel. All this for 6th place. Well, Gregory is 6th, Truxel 7th. That run has settled in, and all the cars are starting to spread out. From my notes that I wrote down, Lyle mentioned that there was 2.5 seconds of fall off the tire wear, so it values saving. And so far, I haven't seen Dylan Pratt be on the offense as much. He now just got the lead a few laps back now, so he is all cruise control for the time being, dropping down to the 24-second range. And going to be the final lap until the halfway. This gives out stage points for the championship. No caution will occur, so just up for points. At the halfway, it shall be Don LaPrade continuing to grow his points lead with Landon Lyle second. It shall be Cole Rodriguez third, Daniel Rodriguez fourth, Clemens in fifth. Those 5 receive championship points. And now on to the second half. At 50 to go, 49 to go this time. Scrap for 7th, that's Truxel, trying to fend off 2 cars at once. Alexander Hunt on the inside lane, the black and green 49. And Harry Crawford on the outside of him. Got the Red Bull 76 Crawford able to make the move on the 49. Now he has Troxel to negotiate with next. He is established side by side as they enter the front stretch. And Troxel lets him go, so here Crawford, 2 positions in 1 lap. Got a couple of early pitters. I saw 78 call in, but it is the number 40, Aiden McCrow. Saw smoke, and that is Ryan Scarrett. Just bad day, kinda worse, as looks to be, yeah, passenger side damage, got rear end damage. Bro was not having a fun time after, uh, nearly hitting Crawford there, but not having a fun day after he was looking to be one of the favorites in the early going. This is for 16th place. Got Dylan on the ground who just bounced off the wall. That will allow Zach Armstrong through. And he's going to get spun by Dragons, but he keeps the car straight. But as if Dylan needed any more bad luck. And he's likely on worn tires now. He's very worn tires, as he did spin from the race lead earlier. And he's gonna have to pit soon. The top 5 still together. Got one car spinning, that is Thomas Johnson. On the inside on the front stretch, it's only a single car. We have lost Jenkins, so that is our first retirement of the race. And we got quite a bit of people lapped down. Scared's currently housing the Lucky Dog as the game dictates it. Approaching lap 60, the pit window is open, so it doesn't matter which one of these 5 are going to bite the bullet first. Clements in number 92. We tried something different on Saturday night at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It was a 200 lap event with 2 experts, so promotes a lot of strategies. He tried something different, trying to undercut the field. While it worked in the short term, it did not help him long term, and he was unfortunately caught at a poorly timed caution in the middle of a pit cycle, so... And not to mention, he got involved in a final wreck during the point of no return. So now he got by Daniel Rodriguez, and that will be for 4th place. I'd be surprised if Clements isn't the first car to come in. But given that he's been struggling with the 2 Rodriguez's for a majority of the race, actually. It'll be Lando Lau, who has caught up to Dunlop Pratt, and now taking up all of the number 3's mirror, or, well, he usually does anyway, no matter how far back he is. If he's like 1 second back, he'll take up the whole mirror, but if he's right on you, well, all you can see is his stomach, I suppose. And Clemens actually up to 3rd place, so he is making a rally within this late stint. Oh, you're gonna brush the wall on Apex, allow Cole Rodriguez to make a attack to take back 3rd place. Eric Crawford has joined the conversation 6th place. As we are starting to see some pit cycles ongoing, Tyler Aziz, we got Zach Armstrong down the pit lane. Got Roman Gonzalez just pitting now. It is a tough pit lane to get into, so very easy to make a mistake and lose all that precious time. Against Clements, he's the first out of the top 6 to bite. Remaining top 5 cars stay out. So we'll see what Clements does and if he will get the lead off this. Carl Cho just got a lap down. Got Troxel down the pit lane. And Clements now in his box on the left side, and he is good to go. Top 2 still out on track, about to complete 67 laps. Got Dylan Negron after wrecking from the race lead into the pit lane. And on average with everyone else so far. So we got Childress, got... So these two leaders are likely just gonna go as far as they can, trying to capitalize on the late run, hoping that the caution doesn't occur and will burn out the rest of the race under green flag conditions. Top 2 coming into the pit lane. It'll be Dylan Pratt alongside Nina gets hit by Tyler Aziz, but they don't have to bog it down to 35 miles per hour. It'll be D-Dog and Harry Crawford following. That leaves Cole Rodriguez still. No, he is in the pit lane actually, so he pitted a lap earlier than the 4 cars we are viewing now. Crawford got held up at a 13 a little bit, just one of those pit lane shenanigans. That's not Clements. Where is he? There he is. Coming out 4 now. We'll see Dunlap Pratt get the better of Landon Lau, but he is going to lose the race lead over to Joshua Clements. It'll be 3rd out of the pit lane for Crawford. And being out Daniel Rodriguez. But now there's a huge gap between the 3 and the 92. So 92, as far as I know, has the provisional lead. Currently marked P4. Still got a few cars yet to pit. Number 30 on the pit lane now. We're waiting on the number 50 of Joe Schmuda and number 66 pole sitter Nicholas Bedimlik. And these two, and speaking of which, they have found each other. So this is for a position. I don't suspect that number 66 has yet to pit. And it is a easy pass for Clements. So yes. Number 66 yet to pit. He'll expect him soon. See fastest lap chart actually. We see Clements fastest lap of the race. 23.052. William Gregory actually in P2. 0.054. And Harry Crawford 3rd, Jolene in 4th, and it's Ryan Skerritt in P5 on the fastest lap charts. The Clements now P2 on track, but Dimlick still yet to pit, and neither has Joe Schmuda. And he's really slow. That last lap, he just set in 27.2. So he is really off the pace, and now he has just lost the race lead. So to be out this long is making his own bed and lying in it. Oh boy, that's the problem with being that far off pace. You don't anticipate how slow a car can be, and that cost Lady McCrow a good amount of time. No wreck, but yeah, number 40. After getting involved in a couple of cautions today, um, he'll likely want to finish the race with as clean of a car as he can muster by this point. And finally, Josh Shmuda comes down the pit lane. And believe it, Dimlik has pitted. No. No, he's still on track. He is setting 24.1. Unless I missed his pit box, I don't think he can go that long. Burowitz is heavily banking on a caution flag. Just past the 3/4 mark here in BPNR season number 8. This is Dover Motor Speedway. Lap 78 of the scheduled 100 laps. Joshua Clements with the pit strategy, with the massive undercut leads. You got Dunlap Pride having to chase him. Nicholas Bedimley, sorry, in P2, likely on worn tires. It'll have to be Dunlap Pride in third, who chases him down. Josh Muda just out the pit lane. You got Landon out in fourth place. Gotta find Cole Rodriguez in fifth. Then it is Jolene Sims in P number 6. Daniel Rodriguez in P7. Alex Hunt just made the pass on Harry Crawford for 8th place. And it'll be, if I can find him, likely Thomas Troxel, who completes the top 10. Only one more diamond, that being the number 78 of Dragons. And how many cars in lead lap? 16. Zach Armstrong, the last car on the lead lap. 23.8 for Clements this time as they hit 20 to go. 23.6 for LaPrade. So LaPrade is gaining slowly. And with the lead that the 92 has, I don't know if it's enough. Got the two Uma Musume cars being together, that being very scared up the road from Rosa de la Cruz. And that's about it. LaPrade has caught Bedimlik for 2nd place. '66 washes off the track, and I beat too. At this point, I think Bedimlik did pit. I just missed it somehow. Because last time I checked on him prior to the pit cycle, he was outside the top 15. So he must have slipped under the radar. Oh, he got nearly spin the Pride wisely, getting off the throttle just enough to take evasive action, but not enough to where he would miss this opportunity to take over 2nd place. So now it'll have to be 3-lapped cars actually who stand between LaPrade and Clements. And Clements actually got still a good amount of traffic to negotiate with. Thomas Johnson just ahead of him. Then I believe that is Zach Armstrong up the road as well. And Aiden McCrow, number 40. That is not a gap you should be going for. And look at that passenger side damage, and he is building a lot of trust with Thomas Johnson as these 3 wide. Clements barely misses it, but it's going to be Rosa de la Cruz also collected. And it's going to result in a caution very late into this race. And that opens the door for everyone behind Clements. And unfortunately, once again, Clements has been, he is frankly fuming that the cautions came out after the lead that he has built up. So about that 94 was chasing the leader up the hill as the number 60, Roosevelt Cruz, taking it 3 wide on fresh tires. Just it all unraveled amongst the lap cars. Clements is lucky that he didn't get clipped here. 94 trying to stay off the leader, and he had to turn. He turned down against the number 60. Like, he cannot script this. Might be better if I do this cam, actually. That should have been a collision, but it isn't. So, we just missed the pit cycle. Might as well look back at it. Thomas Johnson first out of the pit, but I don't think he was the lap, so it'll be Clements spinning off. And but he felt a bit dim like P2. Yes, it was. He gets the Pred, Cole Rodriguez fourth, and who was that? No, it was Lyle P4 and Cole Rodriguez in fifth place. Let me fix this roof cam before we go back green. So we did have green flag pit stops. That was our objective. But now we're gonna have to witness a late race shootout. Minor overtime is possible. So this things get nasty. We'll go over the scheduled 100 lap distance. Hence why the ticker says 110 laps. The field now does bay rounds. It'll be number 5094 taking their waves. It'll be 0, 8, 60, or just 8 cars, sorry, 60. And number 40, 77. Number 101, they'll take their wave rounds. Don't know if they're choosing. I didn't hear anything, but, well. Yeah, we're not going green, so they'll likely gonna have to, excuse me, they'll likely have to not use the base car for the ensuing restart. This plays favorably into Clements' favor as he is as he is maintained the lead of the race. He gets control, so he decides when the race goes back to green flag conditions. It's going to be juice cone this time. Clements leads with Dimlick in P2, the Pratt in third, Cole Rodriguez in fourth, Gary Crawford in fifth, Thomas Troxel sixth, Alexander Hunt seventh, Jolene Sims in eighth, Tyler Aziz in P9, and Roman Gonzalez in the top 10. So again, we are not going green, we're just choosing this lap. Clements the outside, Bill B. Bidimek inside, the Pratt third outside, Cole Rodriguez fourth inside. Get hydrated before we get going, because I suspect things are going to get crazy. I stay hydrated. So, coming to 9 laps to go is going to be Joshua Clemens with the race lead. Nicholas Bedimlik joins him on the front row. Dunlap Pratt and Cole Rodriguez row number 2. Troxel and Crawford row 3. Daniel Rodriguez and Hunt row 4. Again, it's up to Clemens this time. We're back underway. I saw the 9 Forceman the times back there, but no caution. Clements clear for the lead, but Dimlick slots back into second place. It's going to be side by side for fourth place. Troxel trying to make a move on Cole Rodriguez on the inside lane. I mean, nearly touching doors down the start finish line. 8 to go. And Clements is running away with this. I mean, I remind you, well, that was the case earlier, but no longer is. The Joshua Clements was the fastest car, but now that belongs to Brian Scarrett, but Clements is still the second fastest driver on the track. I see Bedimlik just set his personal best of the race. It is about that time's become crucial. And no more saving from here on out. Clements now fast. Not PB, sorry. I started over my words, but Nicholas Bedimlik, B2, set the best lap of the race, 23.009. They'll breach into the 22s at this point. Going 5 laps to go. Clements has a comfy not entirely comfy margin, but has a bit of breathing room over Nicholas Bedimlik. Both of them have a good breathing room between themselves, and Dunlap Pratt in third. Troxel on the outside of Cole Rodriguez trying to defend this position, and it is caution. See what happens toward the back. That is William Gregory and Riley Trawick. In the middle of the turn 3 and 4. And Thomas Johnson, Dylan Negron also collected. Brian Scary having to slam on the brakes. But I suspect we're going to go into overtime. Trying to find a good camera angle. So Alpha 2, these two are side by side. Ooh. Honestly, I need a better angle that I do not know who to put blame on. You get the Negron. Thomas Johnson plows into him. But yeah, I'm likely gonna just use hard chase just to see who exactly was at fault, if there is any. Oh, okay. Trying to reference the very faint black line that you may or may not see. But yeah, it looks like the 30 was coming back up the hill and just turned to 97, so then number 30 of William Gregory at fault for this one. And now we rewind also to see who has won off the pit lane if there is any pitters. Not a lot of people pitted this time, so they're taking great value into the track position they have mustered through the second half of the race. Mostly the back markers are coming in just to get fresh tires and trying to pick up a few more spots. And wave rounds have begun. Joshua Clements leads with Nicholas Bedemlik P2, Dylan Pratt in third, Thomas Troxel fourth, Cole Rodriguez fifth, Gary Crawford sixth, Daniel Rodriguez seventh, Jolene Sims eighth, Alexander Hunt in ninth, Tyler Aziz completes the top 10. Still only one retirement, that being the number 78 of Dragons, and 18 cars will likely finish on the lead lap because it is overtime. On 2-lap shootout, this is the final choose cone. And we only get one attempt, so this is the only attempt of overtime. 2 laps, anything goes. And the third time we have to go to overtime this season, Daytona and 5 Flags being the first 2 races. I don't know what Scarrett's doing. So all the way back there on the front stretch as the leaders are entering turn 3. So I don't know what that's about. 2 laps to decide our winner here at Dover Motor Speedway. Joshua Clements has control on the inside lane. Nicholas Bedimlik, pole sitter, had a rough day, is second place. Troxel third, Dunlap fourth, as they head into the restart zone. We are green for what will be the final time. Wheel spin on 1 second place, and they're going to drag massively behind. We're going to stay on the leaders. But, yep, just much like IFAR, we got the final tip. Oh, near the impact. Joshua Clements gonna turn sideways. He saves it, and he's going to get bashed by Troxel. And that is Clemens' chances over. It'll be white flag displayed for Nicholas Bedimlik. And the team cars 1, 2, Daniel Rodriguez trying to give chase in second. Out of turn 4. Pole sitter, rough day, victorious. It'll be Nicholas Bedimlik who wins at the Monster Mile. An overtime calamity. It'll be Bedimlik's first win of the season. And prematurely with this. It is the number 66 Wix Filters Toyota Camry who burns it down in Delaware. Bedimlik has slayed the monster in an overtime attempt. What a race that was at the conclusion. Got a bit of everything. You got your messy cautions, a long run, and a messy overtime. Trying to get results before they shut down the server, so I might as well just read off from here actually. Bedimlik wins with Daniel Rodriguez second, Donna Pratt in P3, Cole Rodriguez in fourth, Jolene Sims P5, William Gregory P6. Joshua Clements also close, he gets 7th place. It'll be Harry Crawford in 8th, Dana Lau P9, and Roman Gonzalez completing the top 10. Randy Trawick 11th with Carl Childress 12th, Tyler Aziz 13th, Skylar Dan 14th, Zach Armstrong 15th, Thomas Troxel, 16th, he was fighting amongst the lead. B. Alexander Hunt, P17. Brandon Carter, 18th, final car to finish on the lead lap. With Aidan McCrow, 19th, and Joe Schmuda in 20th. Then Dylan Negron, 21st. Rosa de la Cruz, 22nd. Thomas Johnson, 23rd. Ryan Scarrett, 24th. And the only retirement of the race, 25th place, is Dragons. And before we turn over, just give you an idea of how chaotic this overtime was. And take a helicopter cam. I mean, Clemens slipped the tires, both of them actually. Going to see a wreck back here that was the first of many during the 2 laps here. Riley slips the tires, and number 49 blinks out, blinks back in, and it just causes a collision. Thomas Johnson, once again, sliding his way in, got Zach Armstrong, Dylan Negron, Skyler Den. I like at Clemens here, because what a save this was for the number 92. Gets taxed by Bidimlik, and the wall saves him. Pops him back straight, gets door banged by Troxel, and that's the second wreck. I think it was just him, actually. And that was indeed the case. Don't think any more happened. It was just the others scrapping for whatever they can get after getting wrecked, or just having to avoid a wreck and losing positions because of it. And see a final charge, and Alan Pratt edges out Cole Rodriguez for 3rd place. Oh boy. And that was a spectacle towards the end. Couple of seconds here. Now we can go to interviews. Going to first pull in our 3rd place finisher.
User
Wow,
was
well,
moved to your channel.
Donna Pratt, you got me.
yep, I got you.
You came into this race with the points lead, and well, it's just a calm day for you. I haven't seen you be aggressive towards the race until that overtime attempt. Talk us through your race.
Well, I mean, despite all the stupidity that happened, whether it's my own doing or other people's doing, somehow I managed to survive after all of that. So just, I feel bad for Taha because, I mean, even though it was on accident, I screwed him over twice in that race, but in tonight's race. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have the good qualifying effort. I mean, I had a pretty abysmal qualifying effort. I felt like that I would have had a shot at a pole maybe, and then I just kind of worked my way up to the front methodically, and not try to be overzealous. Just try to put myself in a position to have the best chance possible, and I ended up doing that, albeit not the way I wanted to, with everything that happened on lap like 42 when they were going like 3 wide for the lead there. And then it was just all hell broke loose there. And then got the lead for a while, and then ended up pitting. Then I know Joshua, I think he pitted about a lap or two later than I did. And it would not have made a difference. I would not have been able to catch up to him. Then the final 10 laps was a bit chaotic. I mean, it was more mellow in those final couple of laps until that final caution, and then when the overtime came around, it just got a really, really hectic there. So, not proud to have been able to race that the way I did today, and certainly wish that the end of that race could have been better for me. But I think I'm just glad to make it through this race. Having a solid point stay. So I mean, you know, in reality, I think that's what I need to focus on. So if I could just if I'm able to walk away with a third place finish after all the drama that happened, I'm okay with that. I feel a lot better to have that happen than to get a win.
Well, that was certainly a miss towards the end. Do you believe that was a demonstration for what's to come next Tuesday? We're going to Ricky Raceway after all.
Well, I mean, I don't like super speedways in general, so I mean, I'm hoping that next week's race will be good at Ricky. It's always a hit or miss with me at that track. So, but if I could just survive and get a good finish, solid points day next week, then that will be I will claim that as victorious.
Well, congratulations on your podium finish today. Thank you for joining me.
Yep, thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
Take a quick drink before our next one. Next up, we got
User was moved to your channel.
Joshua Clements, the Academy.
Hello.
Well, you're certainly looking strong in the final half of the race after pulling in an undercut to build up a quite comfy lead, but unfortunately that caution came out. Talk us through your race.
Yeah, it was, I mean, the first half was quite frustrating. It's the track, which, getting the feel for the track and that darker band. I guess it may be a different material or something, but it was kind of very top heavy. But if you wrap the bottom very well, you can kind of do it. But then I was stuck in a pack, so then you can't even really slide up because then you just get alongside the next person in front. So something there, and then I was like, okay, split in half. I'll risk the caution coming out and kill my race because I was kind of stuck, and I thought my tires were really worn. And then after that, and then after pit cycle, I was 6 seconds up, really good. Or 6 seconds up on done. After I passed Nikki, and so he was closing it down a little bit with the fresh tires, but I felt like I had such a gap. Get it, and then I don't know. I could have managed traffic better. I probably could have foisted it just on the inside, and then 94 didn't get loose and not a caution then. But there might have been one later, and then the final restart happened.
Well, Laprade mentioned how he was believing he wasn't able to catch you. If that caution didn't come out, that was certainly a win in your books.
Yeah, I felt really good. Like even the pace, like he was, maybe a tenth better, but it was kind of sporadic, and I felt like I could run the bottom better, so I could manage traffic better. I just got 94 kind of got loose out of the corner, so I was like, oh, I'll go high, and then the 94 didn't give me the top, and I kind of forced my way in because I saw the 60 coming up on fresh tires behind me going bottom, and I was like, well, I don't want to get blocked. I don't want to block the 60 and get spun that way, and then ended up cutting caution anyways. So I I had it until I didn't.
Well, if anything, I'm surprised you didn't get collected in that mess. From what I saw, the 60 uh merged into you, but it wasn't considered contact according to the game. One final question. We are heading to Ricky next Tuesday. Based on your performance from Daytona during the whole speed weeks, do you plan on picking the same partners as you did then?
Welcome our teammates. We got a good team here. And so we'll work together and try and work our way up. Ricky's a little bit interesting track with how the lanes function. So we're just trying to hold track position there, stay up front, and then maybe I'll get first win of the season there.
I certainly hope so. You definitely were on track to get that first win tonight, but overtime shenanigans occur, and that's just racing. Congratulations on a top 10 finish. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for streaming, and I guess we'll see you all next week.
User was moved out of your channel.
Speaking of top 10 finishers,
User was moved to your channel.
Landon Lau, you got me.
They got you.
Well, you didn't do too much as far as I know, but early pit call to stay out, and then you can just permanently within the top three. Talk us through your race.
Yeah, I had a pretty dumb qualifying. I kind of chalked it up pretty bad, and I decided to stay out in that first caution. It was pretty early still, and honestly, like, wasn't anything crazy. I didn't think it was going to work that well, but Scarrett was pretty loose. He was kind of holding up Dylan. I stayed third, and we had another caution, and I was like fifth. And I kind of stayed with Dunn the rest of the way, with saving, and we got past Dylan eventually. And kind of pitted later than I wanted to, but I had a feeling we still would get something maybe on Josh. I don't know. It was an interesting tire strategy. The top was still mostly prominent lane, and you could use the bottom. It's just that it wasn't the best for tires. Lots of tire wear. It was like 2.5 seconds fall off, like I said. It was fun, just kind of having to stay behind Dunn and just think about how I was going to get around him until we had that next run. I fell off, and then we had a caution with a couple laps to go. So, and then you and me both saw it. That the rest of that went pretty poorly. Not how I wanted it at all. But it just happens. It's Dover with an overtime. Like, what else is gonna happen? It's crazy. People push too hard, and people miss a shift. People spin the tires, they wreck. And we saw pretty much all three of those. I don't know. I'm still about to analyze everything on my own, but pretty disappointed with a few drivers tonight, and it'll be dealt with. It is what it is. I appreciate everyone coming over though, and obviously I appreciate you streaming. So I appreciate the long run while we had it. So I don't know. That's all I really got to say about that part.
Well, it took you 2 weeks to release a penalty report. Hopefully this next one, well, the race was messy. We could hopefully get it sooner.
Yeah. I mean, I had a interesting last couple of weeks, but we're back rolling with it now, and it'll be out sooner than later. But obviously, a couple of people are gonna have to get scrutinized a little more potentially, because there's definitely a few probations that I feel might have been violated. But it happens. I don't know what the main core arguments are between some people and why right now, but I'll find out. And yeah, I say that Dover was better than last season for sure. Wasn't perfect, but you can't really get a perfect Dover. I say it was as good as it could probably get. Maybe if I made, well, I wouldn't say that, but maybe if the race was just, I don't know, had things go right where we could have 2 full long runs, and then maybe you can just see how it'd go. I don't know. I did like it though. I don't plan on bringing Dover back for a while, like some variety, and also just it's kind of been a constant chaos factor, and I'm not really about that level of chaos, especially at the end. But the green runs were great. That was awesome. Appreciate everyone who came out and was working with me, especially on the new rules we did for tonight, where we froze. I decided to test and I froze the field every caution, and we still used the game caution procedure, but I see that worked a lot better because we didn't have people plowing and wrecking more in the race back. But overall, I give it like a 6.5 out of 10. So.
Well, we'll leave you to your work. Congratulations on your top 10 finish despite all the mental stress you had to do as the on-track admin. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
Brennan.
Definitely
User
be
was
moving
moved
up.
to your channel.
Hello?
D-Dog, do you got me?
Yeah, I gotcha. What's up?
Well, you were certainly a favorite for tonight, kind of just hovering within the top 10. And you ended up in finishing the runner-up position to your teammates.
That's right.
And speaking of which, you might as well bring him up here.
User was moved to your channel.
Hello, Bedimlik.
Hello.
Well, it is a DDR. 1, 2, Bedimlik, you won the poll, and I, you flew under the radar for a little while, but then you emerged back to the top 3 and emerged victorious. You have conquered the monster. Talk us through your race.
Oh yeah, it was an interesting race. I knew tires were gonna matter so much. So had a good run for like the first couple of laps. Caution came out. Tried to mix up the strategy. Fell back to the rear because of the black flag. So I was just forced to try to get through the field, get up front, but luckily we got there in the end. Cautions played out amazingly for me. I got super lucky with cautions and had a shot at the win at the end. So pretty eventful day, to say the least.
And with this win, Bedimlik, assuming you fulfill the starts quota, you currently have one of the 2 wildcard spots. Unlike your teammate Daniel Rodriguez, who has a prior but entering this race, he was 9th in points, 21 points in, but in this runner-up finish, both of you should be pretty comfy heading into the chase.
Oh yeah, oh for sure. Especially with the stage points that I accumulated today, it's very like much needed because I'm not gonna lie, the start of the season has not been what I wanted to do. Like I think the last season, this time last season, I was around top 5. Right now, I'm where I was before this race, ninth. I was definitely telling myself that I could do better. So this race was definitely a pivotal point, and how things played out, I am definitely have a giant grin on my face. I'm smiling really hard right now. It couldn't have been like much better. I needed this. I really needed this.
Yeah, it's really good to be on the team with D Dog because I've known him a little while through the NR community. He's very like enthusiastic about racing. He's always just very joyful to be around on the racetrack. And I kind of shot him a message being like, "Hey, could I race on your team?" And he was like, "Sure, man, sure, yeah, I'll let you on the team." So it's good to get wins for D Dog. Very, very proud of the performance today. And we'll be trying to get the starts up so you can be in the playoffs.
Well, the happy duo likely are going to promote your team to 3rd place in the standings, overtaking Armstrong Racing International. Do we expect the 2 of you to continue that partnership as we head into Ricky Raceway next Tuesday?
Oh, I cannot wait for Ricky, especially with the Rex. If you already know the Rex, oh my goodness, the Rex are going to be intense. But yeah, I think I've gotten a couple of good finishes if I can remember. So for sure, well, we will definitely be um, working our way up the standings for sure in these next couple of weeks, especially in Darlington. I'm definitely looking forward to Darlington. Not trying to move all the way forward, but yeah, Ricky, these next couple of races, just absolutely, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, it
Mm.
should be a fun couple of weeks for us. Super Speedway coming up. Very tricky to get up front. Very tricky to lead laps. Very tricky to win the race. And then Darlington as well. Throwback week or supposedly throwback week. Um, very tight racing for the most part. Single groove racing. So if we play our cards right, we can be up front by the end.
Just to say, just a little sneak peek, or I guess a teaser. I have something planned for throwback, so just letting y'all know.
Well, I am excited to see those games. And you mentioned la leading laps is tricky. A combined effort, your team only led 11 laps prior to this race.
Yeah, I mean, Nikki, I mean, obviously, Nikki, he's really good at qualifying. Today, I was kind of buns, honestly. But that's the thing, you have to persevere. You have to really be, if like, especially in my case, I think it was the last pit. pit stop, I was having such issues. I mean, everyone was having issues. The pit stops were so small, but especially in the last one that I had, I was so pinned in when Landon hit his on his own pit stall. I tried pitting in, and I could not get my left sides changed. So I really got screwed. And I told myself, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna switch spots. I'm gonna switch spots, and I'm gonna get all four of my tires in. So I backed up a bit, got all my four tires in, and I'm like, okay, I'll make. I'm not that far off. I was telling myself I'll make my positions back. And in a weird case, that's a weird, just a weird thing. Everyone just moved up top, and I took the bottom. I'm like, oh my god, that was my saving grace of the race. Honestly, that thing right there just saved my race. It really saved my race. That it took all of my work of trying to pass everyone on in the green flag, and I didn't even need to do much at all. That was, but but then obviously Nikki's case, bro, qualified well. Obviously he had his own issues. I think he got a black flag, but he was able to manage the race well. And then certain circumstances came up, and he got himself back up front.
Yeah, very lucky day for us.
Yeah,
very,
you
very,
can, you can say that.
very lucky.
Yeah, very lucky.
Well, I don't want to keep you two here forever, so I shall let the two of you go. Congratulations on the team win, with Dimlick winning the race. Daniel Rodriguez for finishing second place. Thank you two for joining me.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
No problem. See ya.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved out of your channel.
And that shall conclude interviews. 1 hour and 40 minutes, not bad for the stream. I think especially because it's BPNR. Tomorrow, speaking of which, D2 heads to New Hampshire. That is a solo race for that division. That'll be streamed tomorrow at the usual time. Thursday, CCRS heads to Talladega for their second CTS race. That'll be 8:25 p.m. Friday, the usual stuff. We got Budweiser Cup Series who are heading down under to Calder Park. Thunderdome, they'll be utilizing the road course as confirmation from the league owners. So, road course action in Aussie territory. Then, Gnarl and Essex, both of them back to back Daytona races. The former, Gnarl, will be hopefully streamed on Cheese Food Media, and Essex. I'll be off-track adminning that race. That will be 10 o'clock and 11:55 respectively. And next Tuesday, it is going to get real nasty in the fictional landscape of Canada. That will be Ricky Raceway, the really narrow super speedway that will be streamed here as always. Next stream I do, it'll be the Budweiser Cup Series, or sorry, BPNR tomorrow. So I'm not used to saying that. I have to get used to it for the next 12 weeks, assuming they go according to plan. So until tomorrow,